What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to discuss something about Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7. Now, I'm super excited for this. We're going to have loads of videos talking about The Clone Wars, but I want to start this video off by talking about one very specific thing, a thing that a lot of people have, I'm sure, talked about. I've seen a lot of articles written. I haven't watched any YouTube videos because I want to keep my kind of opinion of it pure and clean. But we obviously, and again, I think a lot of people have talked about this, we see in the newest trailer of The Clone Wars Season 7 that Padme looks very pregnant, okay? She looks pregnant. It seems very obvious. There's really no way Anakin wouldn't be able to notice that she is pregnant. And that's led a lot of people to question it, to say, you know, are they retconning it? Is it part of Revenge of the Sith? My answer, what I feel, is I truly do believe this show is going to go directly in to Revenge of the Sith. I think there's going to be maybe even a few episodes of things during Revenge of the Sith. Honestly, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. There's, when it comes to these shows, we've seen through the first 5 seasons, and then the 6th season's a little messy, but it's because it was kind of just these, they even titled it like these lost episodes. There's arcs. A lot of these episodes have arcs, right? There'll be like 3-4 episodes of doing something specific. And while, yes, a big part of Season 7 is going to be Ahsoka and her journey after she leaves the Jedi Order, eventually facing Darth Maul, all that kind of stuff, that'll probably be an arc, right? That'll probably be told through 2, 3, 4. The morality of clones, right? They've really focused on that in the past seasons of Star Wars, the Clone Wars. They're going to bring it back up here. It's like, why are we fighting this war? What happens to us when this war ends? That kind of stuff. That'll be an arc. But there's 12 episodes, so really there can be 3 to 4 major arcs in the show. And to be quite honest with you, maybe Ahsoka's last, maybe she's first, maybe she's in the middle. But I truly believe what would be even the coolest thing in the world is if the last arc, the last 3 episodes, let's say, of the show, and so they could do Ahsoka in the beginning, they could do her right after, they could do it right before this. I'm sure every episode is going to be really good, by the way. I think the last 3 episodes are going to be during Revenge of the Sith. Okay, I don't even think leading directly up to it. I think that'll also probably happen, but I think during Revenge of the Sith, we will see some things in the Star Wars: The Clone Wars that we did not see. Maybe even Ahsoka when all of this happens, because we hear there's, in Star Wars lore in general, you can go on like Wikipedia and all that kind of stuff. But here's the deal. Nothing is truly canon. A lot of the stuff that's told in these Wikipedias of Star Wars and all this kind of stuff, none of it's actually, like, it was, but now it's not because of the whole Disney thing. None of it's canon. So we get to see all of what they want us to see now. So they very well could go in there and say, hey, let's show you what happened to Ahsoka when, Order 66 happened. And again, the biggest reason for that is this Padme thing. Again, there's zero way Anakin doesn't notice it, unless it's a dream sequence, unless it's a foretelling what's going to happen, which we did get, right? We got the whole thing where Anakin gets to see everything that happens in the future, him becoming Darth Vader, Order 66, all that kind of stuff, and then that memory gets taken away from him so he doesn't remember. So it's not like they haven't done that before, but something that seems like an emotional moment between the two, like this, where she's on a hologram, she's very clearly pregnant, she's wearing the outfit that she wore when she was going to Mustafar in Revenge of the Sith. So all the stuff lines up. Like, it just seems like a moment that's not a dream, or it's not like somebody putting that into his head. It seems like it's really happening in the moment, okay? And I don't believe they're retconning it. I don't think they would do something really. Say what you want about the prequels, but I think it'd be pretty stupid to literally retcon them. To literally say, oh, no, when she says, like, she's pregnant when he comes back to Coruscant in the beginning of the 3rd movie, that wasn't the first time he knew. Like, that would just seem very, it wouldn't ruin Episode 3, but it's just something that absolutely does not need to happen, and there's some smart people behind, Clone Wars, like Dave Filoni in general. He wouldn't do something like this. So, more reasonable would be something that I think a lot of people would have wanted anyway, something that I think a lot of people probably have already predicted, in that, hey, you're going to go big. This is the last season of Clone Wars. You're doing the season finale, or the series finale in general. This is the last season. Go out big. Have some of these episodes maybe have, like, I'm not saying literally do this, but maybe show more of General Grievous. Maybe show the attack on Coruscant. I know we have that, like, Samurai Jack-like movie, but do that. There's lots of stuff they could do in the Clone Wars without showing any of it in these trailers. It could be a complete secret for all we know, and that would just blow up the entire. Imagine if there's an entire episode of some like background stuff that's happening from Order 66 up until Anakin and Obi-Wan fight. Somewhere in that range, imagine if there's an episode of the Clone Wars dedicated to that. I mean, hey, I would honestly want to see the Clone Wars, the animated stuff. I want to see that as episode 3. I would like to see them do all those actors, all of that, like redo episode 3. Don't change anything, but just do it animated and with those actors. I'd like to see that one day. And to be quite honest with you, like they're already kind of adding stuff in, it seems. So I think it's not confirmed. But I honestly feel like it's all but confirmed. Right now, I'll tell you, my excitement level is through the freaking roof. Maybe I'm getting myself too excited. Maybe the season will come out and there'll be nothing regarding episode 3, and I'll be sad. But as it stands now, I fully expect, not half and half, but I expect like at least 2 episodes at the minimum to be set during the time or leading directly up to. But again, she's pregnant, so one of them has got to be during Revenge of the Sith. But I would like a few episodes in that time period. I mean, we know the Clone Wars is long. They've spent a lot of seasons on it. We're getting right up to the very edge. Obviously, like we see Anakin with his long hair now. So like this, he already kind of had it, but now they definitely, and it's also just the animations of the characters are better. But like Season 7 is right before Revenge of the Sith. It's not like Rogue One to Episode 4, but you know what? It could be, and it's not a bad strategy. It worked phenomenally with Rogue One, and I think it could work here. So, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think there'll be episodes of the Clone Wars that is during Revenge of the Sith? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel podcast now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up. There will be more Clone Wars videos. We'll be reviewing every episode when it comes out. I'll be having more theories as these episodes come out. So, if you guys are a fan of Clone Wars, we're going to be covering that show quite a bit, at least 1 to 2 videos a week on the channel on it. So again, make sure you do have that bell icon rung so you see when those specific videos come out. Okay, so thank you all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you all on the next video.